Hello friends, we are going to work on your shoulder stuff today in a really supported position for the rest of the body. You will need some props to get into this, so you may want a garden variety hand towel so that you can have something to prop up your forehead with. We're going to be laying face down for a bit of this class. And then you will want two objects. Yoga blocks work great. You could use a pillow or a folded up towel, some books, a water bottle, what have you. There'll be a place where we go, and here's a moment to find something that closes the gap of how far your hand gets off the floor. So it may become a little bit of a build a block scenario. Books actually work quite well. Now, we are going to start in an upright spine position. So for sake of staying in your frame today, we're going to have Will sit thusly. You could stand, you could sit in your favorite chair, any position. You could tall kneel if you want to add more tension from your legs to the mix. But any position that allows your spine to be upright is our jam. We're going to use this little upright spine sequence as your test and retest, so that we can take a moment to save and upload the changes that we've made while we're doing our prone work. And also give you a chance to feel, oh, that did a little something for me there, which can be motivating and fun. All right, so find that upright spine position. And we're gonna begin with some shoulder capsule cars. So the arms are gonna find what I'm calling a low V position. So they're just slightly away from your hips. You've got the babiest bit of air in your armpits. Elbows are nice and straight. Take a deep breath. Creates a good brace to your midsection. Feel your rib cage pulling down and in. And then just start to rotate your arm bone in the socket back and forth. Whichever direction you picked to go first is fine. We're gonna be here for 40 seconds. And as you're rotating, you want to think of that motion coming from the top of the bicep. So well inside the t-shirt sleeve, if you will. And as you rotate, of course, we're looking for what is my pain-free range of motion. We're also just scanning to feel, what do I notice? What's present for me today? Are there sticky zones? Are there places where my sensory awareness drops out? And then next time you get to external rotation, which is where your thumbs are pointing out and maybe even starting to wind back. If it's helpful, you can stick your thumb out of your fist, to kind of have that point. I'm gonna ask you to maintain external rotation as we go through your scapular car. So wherever the thumbs are laser pointing out, we wanna keep that. You're gonna start to move your shoulder blades up towards your ears, in towards your spine, down towards your back pockets, wide across your back. Keep going in that same direction. I've got you on the clock. Up, in, down the spine, and then wide at the bottom. And some of these might feel weird compared to how they usually feel, just by virtue of having the arm bone into that externally rotated position. Keep going in this direction for 3, 2, 1. Pause wherever you are and reverse direction. Don't think too hard about it. Just rewind that circle, or might feel like more of a rectangle that you're making. Good. Breathing in there somewhere. As you keep circling here, check, are my thumbs still pointing where they were initially pointing? If not, that's okay. Just reinvest. Can you point your thumbs out to the side or back anymore? Finishing up in 3, 2, and 1. Fantastico. Okay, so make sure you've got your blocks or block substitutes close at hand. We're going to come into our prone position, lying on the belly. This is where you might also want to grab your towel. The other option, as you can see Will doing here, is to have your other hand, arm, forearm situation underneath your forehead. For some folks, that doesn't feel good for the shoulder, so if that's you, pull in that towel. If you like having your arm under there, that's awesome. For the first one, we won't need the block, but we're gonna have it within reach. We're gonna start in that low V position that we were just in, right? So where the hand is about a foot or so away from the hip. And here, we wanna make the body heavy to the floor. And then throughout this class, with all the work in prone, the more you can turn up tension in your body like a plank, the more help you're gonna send to that shoulder. So our first move, we're gonna start actually palm down here. Yeah, perfect. You can make a fist if that feels good. And again, keep that thumb sticking out of your fist like you're hitchhiking. And then you're gonna brace your body. You're going to rotate with your fist on the ground, the thumb as much towards the ceiling as you can, feeling that twist in the upper arm. And then you're gonna lift off any amount, or maybe just make your hand light. It might feel like a joke for that to come off the ground, and then you can set it back down. When you're on the floor, try to increase your rotation and then lift again. Keep working with this, gang. You're on the clock. Each time you rest down to the floor, try to wind out more rotation, thumb rotating up towards the ceiling, or if you've got a lot, thumb rotating back towards your toes, and lifting off. Setting down with control. Very nice. You got this, team. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And set that arm down. Beautiful. So that should start to wake up some sensation in the back of the armpit area, which is a big target for us. Grab one of your blocks, and now we're going to go to a cactus position, where the elbow is directly out from the shoulder and supported on the block. Perfect. Yep. Nice. And you want to make sure that your forearm has room to move down and up. So yeah, block usually right underneath that elbow there. Again, point your thumb to the ceiling, and if it's helpful, keep the thumb out of your fist as a guiding ray here. Again, we want to ramp up a good brace in the body. You're going to rotate such that your fist moves off the floor, maxing out that rotation, holding for a moment at the top, and then controlling your way back down. Beautiful. If you're watching the screen right now, you can see that Will has a lot of range. For some people, you might feel like you barely leave the floor. That's okay. We're really just trying to train those tissues that draw the arm into external rotation to wake up and find themselves. Check in that your neck is relaxed as possible, that you're really letting your head rest wherever it's resting. Nice, team. Keep working here for 3, 2, and 1. Let that arm come all the way down. Keep your position. Now, we want to move into a set of pails and rails. So we need to support your end range position. So from right where you are, see if you can turn your head and just peek at that moving arm. Brace your body and give it one more lift off. You're going to try to bookmark how high your hand is getting off the floor. And then we're going to fill in that gap with an object. So we'll grab that second block, what have you. Maybe stack up your books and find that comfortable position. We will need to make sure that this still feels safe. So if as you get into this passively supported position, it suddenly feels sketchy for your shoulder, bring yourself down a notch, which again won't be technically your end range, but it's more important that your nervous system feels safe and ready to work from that position. There you go, nice, Will. Okay, so from here, we're gonna start to engage our pails and rails. So that's that go nowhere contraction. We're gonna ramp up slowly. So we wanna brace the body first, packing some air into your belly, making your legs strong, maybe squeezing your butt, and then start to rotate down into the block. So you're feeling your hand get heavier into the object that it's resting on, which might even be the floor, and you're thinking about your bicep turning and spinning towards the ground. Your elbow is staying supported. Slowly and gradually, ramp that up to what feels like a 50% effort. As always, when we're ramping, you're welcome to get off that train at whatever percentage of effort feels safe for you today. Might be 35, right? Always do that inquiry as you're ramping up. As you find your 50% effort, if that's still feeling super groovy, you could ramp up to 70%, but that's where we're gonna cap it for today. Find what's right for you and hold for 10 seconds. Can you recruit any more muscles in the rest of your body to send extra juice to the work of that shoulder? 3, 2, stay in position. 1, slowly ramp everything down, bringing yourself back into a little equilibrium here. Great. Wiggle a little if you need to wiggle, but try to keep your angles of the shoulder the same. We're gonna now ramp up our rails contraction. So brace your body. Strong legs, strong torso. Start to slowly create the contraction that would rotate and make your hand light. So just like those lift-offs that we were doing before, only now in your end range, it's gonna feel harder to make the hand light. You probably won't feel any change or lift happen. You might. Hold that strongest contraction that you get in the back of the armpit tissue. Really give me the strongest effort you can safely find and hold for 10 seconds. Keep breathing around those braced abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly set it down. Good. Take a deep breath. All right, my friends. We're going to just do one more set of our pails and rails. This time we're going to go right from the pails into the rails. And we're going to do a slightly shorter set. So again, you're going to choose where you need to ramp to safely and keep your body braced the whole time. Deep breath in, pack that air down, brace your midsection, brace your legs. Start to make your hand heavy, pinky side hammering down, rotating that arm towards the floor, slowly ramping up. Finding your way to your 50% effort, piece by piece, tick by tick. Good. Find your working angle, effort, and hold. Rotating down into the floor. Visualize that rotation for 3, 2, stay on tension. 1. Now rotate in the opposite direction. Flip the switch. Try to rotate such that your hand gets lighter, coming from the shoulder, finding the strongest contraction that you can. Hold, breathe. Whole body helping for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Okay, get your face out of the floor for a second, fam. Come back up to your upright spine position. Hello, good morning. We're gonna bring both arms back to that low V, just like we did in our warm-up. And we're gonna retest our capsule CARs and our scapular CARs. Now the fun bit here is that you've worked on one side, but not the other. So you might feel quite a difference in those sides. Deep breath in, pack that air down, nice strong fist, straight arms. Start just finding that twist in both directions. Good. Checking out. What are the different sensations that are present on my different sides? Nice. Might not feel like the range of motion has changed, but you might feel more or different sensations of contraction or sensations of stretch. Good. Next time you get externally rotated, thumbs pointing out to the side and or back, camp out there. Again, reinvest in that brace of your midsection and then start your scapular CARs. Can you slide the shoulder blades up, in, down, and wide. Keep it going, you're on the clock. Same direction. Noticing what feels different side to side. Noticing what feels different from your first set of these to your second set. Good, 10 more seconds. Same direction. Can you make it a millimeter bigger each time around? Pause wherever you are and reverse direction. Nice. Keep circling, but just check. Can you wind those thumbs back any more? Really keep that external rotation happening. Beautiful. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna do the other side. As you set up, have both of those blocks nicely within reach. Get your forehead supported as you need to. We're gonna start in that low V position with the new arm and with the palm facing the floor. Yes, you can have a nice fist, thumb out, hitchhiker hand situation. And we'll start with our straight arm low V lift off. So you're gonna brace your midsection, brace your legs, brace your body with your hand resting on the floor. Get as much twist of your thumb towards the ceiling or even behind towards your butt as you can, and then levitate that arm right up to its highest point, wherever that is for you. Control it back down. Good. When you touch down, try to get more twist. Thumb further up towards the ceiling, further back, and then lift. Keep moving through these lifts at your own pace. The task is, each time your hand is resting on the floor, can you twist a little further? And then as you lift, you're looking for that last place where you're still trying to get lift, but your body simply will not oblige you with any more motion. Good. 3, 2, 1. Rest that arm down. Woohoo! All right, grab one block for under the elbow. We're going into our cactus position. Elbow directly out from the shoulder and at a nice 90-degree angle. Pinky side of the fist is down. Again, you got that hitchhiker thumb happening. Take a deep breath here. Brace your body. Plant both sides of your chest into the floor. And then you are going to rotate that upper arm bone to levitate the hand off the ground and then control smoothly back down. Keep going, back and forth. Feeling that your shoulder blade is staying on your rib cage. You're not disappearing your neck. And you're getting more and more sensory awareness of those back of armpit area tissues. Nice job, team. We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Smoothly set that down. Keep your shape and then peek over at your fist. Give it one more lift off to make a mental note of how high you're getting off the ground. And then you can lower back down, and we're going to fill that gap. Grab your block, stack of books, what have you. Finding that perfect space and noting that it will often be different side to side. Most of us are going to have that differential. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong, but it does mean we want to meet our joint where it is so that we're truly working at that joint's end range. All right, pails and rails, we're going to do our 2 sets. So brace the body, let your elbow rest, start trying to rotate down into the ground such that the pinky side of your fist gets heavier into the block. Slowly, gradually, building your way up to 50%. Take your time. Find the incremental increase that's right for you. Good, and if that 50% is feeling super, super groovy and you're hungry for more effort, you can increase up to 70%. If 50% already feels like a lot, just camp out there. Find that right perfect spot to work for you today and hold that effort. Maintain, rotating down into the ground. That's it, whole body involved for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in position, but just slowly dial down that effort, fading it all the way back to 0. Beautiful. Take a deep breath, reset your body tension, and then start to ramp up a rails contraction. Can you make your fist feel just a little bit lighter? Can you imagine your upper arm twisting backwards like we've been working through for the whole of class? Maybe you'll lift, maybe you won't. Hold whatever you get, ramping up to that most intense contraction that you can feel, trying to pull your thumb towards the sky. Maintain, breathe, send help from your whole body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly fade that away. Good. Make any micro adjustments to your base position that will make you a little bit more comfortable. We're not going to be here for too long. Deep breath in. Pack that air down. We're going through our shorter pails and rails sets. Start to rotate down into the block, ramping up slowly, gradually, finding your strong, safe effort. Hold there. Maintain for 5, 4, whole body involved, 3, 2, keep your body on tension, 1, reverse that rotation. Can you spin your arm bone the opposite direction? Can you make your hand light on the prop or the floor, whatever you're resting on? Find that maximum contraction for the back of armpit stuff. You got it, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax that back down. Ooh, take a deep breath and then find your way out of this orientation. Ooh, back to your comfortable upright spine position. Hello and good morning. You also get to steam your face in this class. All right, from here, we're coming back to that low V, both arms. We're gonna repeat our retest movements. Deep breath in. Good, brace through the ribs, and then start twisting both arm bones in their sockets, rotating back and forth. Good, bringing your awareness into that deepest tissue of the shoulder. That's what we're really talking to today. Good. Keep it going, team. Less than 10 seconds. Finding that stopping point where you're asking your body to rotate more, but it's just not obliging you. For 3, 2, and 1. Camp out in your full external rotation. Thumbs pointing out or maybe even pointing back. Reinvest in your midsection brace, and then start those scapular cars, gliding up towards the ears, in towards the spine, down towards the back pockets, wide across your back. You got it. Find the pace that's right for you, where you're actively investigating those dustier corners of your scapular movement. It's one of the things that playing with rotation with scapular movement can expose for us, is where there might be some dusty corners that we did not know about when we were in our sort of familiar, comfortable position. Pause and reverse direction. Good. What are the dusty corners as you reverse? Are they the same or do they shift slightly? Bringing familiarity to those places is really level 1 of how we start to level up and own all of that range. Great. Keep circling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Excellent. All right, my friends. We're going to finish up with one last exercise from our lying down position. And if you can, make sure you've got room to move both. Woo! Don't hit your plant, friends. Room to move both arms. We're going to finish up with one last movement to introduce a little more motion to that externally rotated position that we've been training today. So you're going to come back onto your belly for the last time. Grab just one block and come into that cactus position with the block under the elbow. All right. From here, brace your body. Thumb up towards the ceiling. Find that rotation, end of rotation. And then make your elbow light on the block, as light as you can. Maybe it lifts, maybe it doesn't. From here, extend the elbow out straight. Keep that thumb pointing towards the ceiling and then bend it back in. Try not to set the elbow down if you can. Continue extending and bending. We're only here for 30 seconds. Keep trying to wind the thumb higher every time you come to that bent elbow position. That's it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the elbow down with control and rotate that pinky back to the floor. Spicy. Switch your block to the other side. Good. Once again, amp up your body brace. That's going to be the key to this work. Brace your abs, squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs. Thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. Rotate up towards the ceiling. Keep that shoulder blade on the rib cage. Make the elbow light as you can. And then extend out and bend back in. You've got this, team. Keep trying to wind the thumb backwards up towards the ceiling and back towards your heels if you're on a longer trajectory. Extending your arm as much as it feels good, strong, still rotated, and then bending it back in with control. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish up that rep you're on and relax it. All right, gang, nice job. We welcome your questions. This can have a lot of micro adjustment angles to find the right spot for you. So let us know how it feels and we'll help you find your perfect Goldilocks position. See you next time.